Yeah, baby. It's done. I beat this game. I beat this game. Dark Souls 2 has been vanquished. Not only did I beat it with the Covenant of the Fittest. Basically a game for the Horde mode. So that was even more fun. So Dark Souls 2 picks off in a weird atmosphere as you are a cursed. You were the chosen cursed one to take back Dragon Lake. I think that's what it's called. I can't pronounce it. This game is the great combat that we all saw in Dark Souls 1. It's hard and it's addictive. You're going to want to beat it. No doubt about it. Now, I went into this game being so dead set on not quitting on this. Because if you... In Dark Souls 1, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a story here. Is that in Dark Souls 1, during the first demon that you fight, not the first the tutorial boss, the first actual boss you fight, I got stuck on him. I could not beat him, no matter what I did. I knew you had to do the dive attack. I just could not roll past him, and I would just die. I was done. I was done with the game. I said, nope, can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. And then, I picked it up a year later. Because I was I think I can do this. I think I can beat this boss. And I did. And I was yes, I can move on with the game, And I kept moving on, until I fought, Ornstein and Smarg. I didn't quit. That boss took me about 2 days. It took me a day of grinding to beat them. A whole day of grinding. With leveling up weapons, leveling up my character, to go in there and say, I'm gonna kick Ornstein and Smarg's ass. And I did. Now, one thing that Dark Souls 2 did not really have is, to me, Lord Gwyn was a kind of the boss, you fought all these incredible creatures, dragons to, 4 kings to just, massive creatures that you thought, demons, all this stuff. And then when you fight Lord Gwyn, in my opinion, it was just that's this final boss? That's who's everyone is, that's the guy that's in control of the kingdom? And then, when you play Dark Souls 2, you're oh my god, I'm gonna just get, killed. I'm just gonna do it. There's no doubt about it. I'm just... and then when I went into the boss chamber for this game, when you fight I'm not gonna say anything, the final, I guess the second to last boss, I'm this is really the final boss? This is what the game has been built around? I was oh my god, I'm gonna rip my hair out. I messed up my hair, because I just had it. I had it. I was oh my god, why can't Bandai Namco and From Software not get the game? Why can't they get a final boss right? And then when I think I'm pronouncing her name right, Nisandra came out, I was yes, this is cool. This is the final boss they've been building up to, and I'm okay with it. I'm happy about it. This was the final boss that I wanted. She could curse you on the fly, which means you're going to lose all your health. So I beat the second to last boss on my first try. So I'm oh god. I'm alright. And so what the cursing will do is that the curse, and I love this because the cursing in Dark Souls 2 just, in Dark Souls 1, you were screwed then. You were screwed, and then when Dark Souls 2, basically in the game's mechanics, you lose 10% of your health every time you die. And what cursing will do is you automatically lose a 10% of your health. And if you keep getting cursed, you keep losing the 10% of your health. Until you at least, reach the halfway mark, and then you say you can't lose anymore. And I was That's being nice, and I really appreciate that, even though it is indeed kind of wrong, and I'm sorry about that crappy camera angle, but, this game is so big of an improvement, and navigation is so much better in this game. From Dark Souls 1, I don't know where I was going. I took maybe 2 days just to okay, where do I go from here now? And then I'm like, I've never been down to this zone before, let's go fight down here. And it's just mind-blowing how well the world is crafted and how well the cutscenes are in this game. The cutscenes are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there is a little bit of a graphical enhancement from Dark Souls 1 to 2, especially in the cutscenes, but not really the core of the game. I want to see, if you see, the cutscenes from Dark Souls 2, that's what I want the graphics to be. And I really do hope maybe a next-gen port will come, because then I think this game can majorly shine. From the graphical standpoint, to get your world across as one of the best and most scary worlds out there. One of the most scariest worlds out there today. The combat is still, like I said, it's fun, it's addictive. The game really has not been toned down in difficulty. You're gonna get your ass kicked, and you know you're gonna get your ass kicked. Just my advice to anyone that plays the game, don't let that get to you. You have to go into the game just saying, I want to get my ass kicked. I will get my ass kicked until my ass cannot be kicked anymore. And, that's probably true. But just keep pounding it. I raged at a bare minimum in this game, because I knew I was just going in there. And I'm like, this is just going to be Dark Souls 1 all over again. I'm going to get stuck on a boss, and I'm not going to want to play it for, ever. Not in this game, though. I wanted to go in there, and I'm like, my hardest boss, this one's tough. I did not necessarily... There's a few bosses out there that I was like, this boss is gonna suck. I would have to say the Pursuer's one of them. The guys that are the Ruin bosses, those guys are really annoying. The Last Giant as well. Especially if you're a low level, it's just annoying. That is really just annoying, because you have to go in and you're like, oh my god. So on that front, it's a little bit there are hard bosses in this game, and I mean, I prepared myself, because I know, having played Dark Souls 1 and beat it, I was like, I know what I gotta do. I know what type of equipment I need, what type I want. And it's a combination of an amazing experience and game. And the story is improved upon. Dark Souls 1 kind of had a weird storyline, if you could catch on to it. I mean, I had to literally go in, at some points and say, what the hell am I doing here? Why am I just killing? But basically, Dark Souls 1 storyline is you gotta save the kingdom from Lord Gwyn's control. That's the best way I can explain it. And then in this, Nasandra is the final boss. That's not really a spoiler. I'm sorry if that hurts someone, but Nasandra is a final boss that I can say, she is cool looking, and she can kick your ass, because she can just keep cursing you. Because if you don't have a lot of I guess shields or anything, you'll be like, oh my god, I can't face this, and it just keeps hitting you and hitting you and hitting you, and you're like, I'm about to lose it. But you just can't rage on it. Dark Souls 2 has got amazing graphics, great gameplay, great visual, great just overall world you can get into it, great bosses. The one thing that they did improve upon is in the easy category is they are very lenient with bonfires. They'll give you a bonfire, I would say, they don't, because the places are kind of big, so they don't want you to just have, one bonfire and then having to go, I need to go there, I gotta go fast travel, like it almost was in Dark Souls one where you can have like one at the first place and then one at the end, and then you can just pick and choose, and like, oh, if it's in the middle, I can just go from what path is easier. What the also mechanic I have, and I don't know if this was a glitch or not, so leave down in the comments on that front, because every time I did it, it happened. So I'm assuming it's not a glitch. But basically, if you want to continue to farm and just try to level up, nope. Dark Souls 2 says after a while, the enemies disappear for good and you cannot farm them anymore, which I think it just adds more to the difficulty. So the game did not add like easy to it. It's still hard, and it's harder than Dark Souls 1. It's got a whole new learning curve to it. Because you gotta balance out, because you haven't got your equipment, it's harder to equip. It's your equipment's gonna be you gotta balance out your equipment when I need to level up. And because whenever you do farm now, it's gotta be like, I need to know what I'm gonna farm, what place I need to, just because I don't want to waste these guys, because I'm going to save these guys for another time. And it just adds so much. This game doesn't have a lot of flaws. I mean, and it's, like, the multiplayer is even fun, where you can call people in and say, I need help, come on in, bring in the cavalry, or you can just PvP someone. And it's just an overall blast. This game improves upon so much with what was with my only complaint with Dark Souls 1 is navigation. Because the main person, because that's kind of a big deal, so I won't spoil it, the girl that levels you up, and that's another key feature in Dark Souls 2, is that you don't level up at bonfires anymore, because you automatically get a fast travel to bonfires you have already lit, I guess. And so then you have to fast travel to the original place, and then say, like, I guess the safe area in Dark Souls is kind of like a safe area that you won't get hurt no matter what. It doesn't matter, So, all in all, this game is so amazing. And I really don't have a complaint about it. I mean, navigation is not, again, perfect, but it's so much improved upon with Dark Souls 1. And that's why I give Dark Souls 2 a 10 out of 10. Another 10 out of 10. And this was on the same release as Titanfall. Right now, these two games are competing for my Game of the Year contenders, because they are fun, they're a blast. It really does not get any more fun in between these two games. And so, I finally am able now to get you guys this review, so I'm happy about that. And what will be, now I'm telling you guys what will eventually come to the channel in the coming, weeks. First of all, we got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I paid the full price for this. I love Donkey Kong. If you don't count Sonic as a Nintendo exclusive, because he signed Sega signed the 3-year deal, Donkey Kong and Zelda are probably my two favorite Nintendo franchises, and I had so much fun with this game. Really, really, really is a game that people need to own. And then, oh yeah, I got into the shit with Ground Zeroes. Before people get pissed, I haven't played really any of the game. I've just kind of moseyed around the area. And to people that say that is a complete product is full of shit. Okay? I'm saving the rest for the review. I picked this up $8 to $9 at a pawn shop. I think it was like $9.25 around with tax. So, but the original price was like $8. So that's what I paid for it. And I'm going to base this off a $30 price tag, because this game's new. And then, so those two reviews will be coming as quick as I can. I'm pretty close with Donkey Kong, but expect the Ground Zeroes, because it's only like an hour long. So I could probably beat this in about a sitting. And then we also got, the Trials Fusion, I pre-ordered that. I'm really looking forward to the Trials. I love that. Love those games. And then I got Wolfenstein: The New Order, then Watch Dogs, and I also pre-ordered the new Batman game for the Xbox One. I love my dedication to Batman. It's one of my all-time favorite games. I love the Batman franchise. Um, then Evolve and AC Unity I pre-ordered, so you'll get another angry Assassin's Creed, unless this one progresses the storyline. I don't know, but no. Here's what you're gonna have to do: you're gonna have to buy 2 games to get the full price for Assassin's Creed. Ubisoft. Soon we're gonna get as greedy as Activision on our games, so that's what the world's coming to. Alright, that's it for this video. Go buy Dark Souls 2 if you have not done so. It's phenomenal. Highly recommend. Right now, this and Titanfall are competing for the game of the year. I know it's early, but and plus, there's still a lot of blockbuster titles to hit the market. So, with Watch Dogs, even though Ubisoft's gonna ruin that after like a few games, you've got my Batman game that I'm so excited for. Dragon Age Inquisition, another game I'm pumped for. Maybe we get the release of Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive. Maybe we get the release of Uncharted 4, even though I probably won't play that, but that could be a blockbuster that everyone's going to freak out about, which most Uncharted games do, but I have not played them, so can't judge on that. And then even we got the Stick of Truth. That's still a phenomenal game. I love that. But what's going to happen? We'll find out soon. So look out for the Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. And then the closest game to that is Trials Fusion. And then we got a month of just like nothing. So we'll probably get back into... And then also, to the wrestling fans out there, don't know if you guys care, but a WrestleMania review is going to be coming, because I'm going to flip out on that show, because that show is just full of garbage. But we'll save that for this Sunday. So look out for that Sunday. That'll probably be Sunday. And I'll probably do maybe Ground Zeroes 2 even before, what's today, Wednesday? Maybe. I'll probably get the guys' review out for you as soon as I can. But then we're just going to have to fill in time with other past games that I really have not gotten to play and want to. So, nothing too old. Like, I don't want to say too old because the games, like, maybe we have to do the DMC HD collection because I'm playing that and I love Devil May Cry. Maybe I could do a review on, I don't know. Maybe there's a good arcade game. Maybe I can do a review. I might buy Arkham Origins Blackgate for the 360. I can maybe do a quick review on that for you. But I don't want to run this video too long. Dark Souls 2 is a 10 out of 10, a must-own, and improves so much upon the original mechanics in the game, and it's harder than ever. Covenant of the Fittest beat. So I'm playing through the game on New Game Plus, and that's going to be a blast too. So I will check you guys later. Peace, and hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe if you have not done so, because that always helps me out. And that's it for this video. So long, guys. Peace.